We're getting there. Chapter 5 is all about campaign frames. Now, a campaign frame is basically like a short campaign setting. Gives you like an idea of what the campaign will be about, where people got their inspiration for the campaign, and stuff like that. The book has, I believe it's 5. Yeah, it gives you 5 examples, and each campaign frame tells you how the heritage work in those campaigns, how the races work in those campaigns, maybe class specific rules for those specific campaigns. But like, yeah, people say that again, this book is robust, 366 pages, but the campaign frames by themselves that you don't need to run a game, you don't need the campaign frames to run a game because you can make up your own. These are just examples. It's 75 pages. So if you take the 75 pages from this, not so robust now, is it? And again, those are examples. These are things you do not need to run a game. Maybe the first page that explains what a campaign frame is and how to make one and how to adapt one, and that's it. But I don't, and again, this is not a slight against the book, it's a slight against the people that keep saying that this book is robust. It is not robust. It's really well made. It's really well put. It has all the information you might need or want to run this game, but it is not a robust game. The campaign frames, they're really fun. I made one for the one shot that I ran, and I had a blast sitting down with my players to come up with a campaign frame, because that's what I love to do. I love to sit down with the players to see what we're gonna play. That is chapter 5, and as you can see, it's very short because there's not much to say about this. It's just campaign ideas and well, something I did wanted to mention. If you're gonna implement house rules, I think best practices would be that your house rules are part of your campaign frame, and that's probably what I'm gonna do whenever I sit down to run a full campaign or other one shots of this if I ever do it again. I don't think I will. But maybe during summer I'll go to the local game store and run one-shots for people. But maybe there I'll make my house rules part of the campaign frame, because at that point they're not really house rules. You know, so it's like a loophole. It's not really a house rule because it's just part of the campaign frame. These rules are part of the campaign setting. So it's like a way to sneak in your house rules in there, because you know it's just part of the campaign setting. Yeah, that's pretty much it for chapter 5. It's just like campaign stuff. Then the book ends with a pretty full appendix. The appendix has all the quick play rules, which I always have marked here because it's easier to just reference the quick rules in the appendix. The appendix also has all the domain powers. I would have preferred the domain powers were after the classes and not all the way back in the appendix, but they do it because you have the cards. Personally, I'm not gonna use the cards because I don't want them to get damaged or lost or stained, so they're gonna stay in their box probably forever. I don't see myself using them. They do help. You don't have to use the cards, but some cards say, oh, put a number of tokens on this card to remind you how many uses you have or shit like that. You can just prepare a paper and just have marks on it. You can prepare index cards and just put the tokens on it. The whole token system is silly. You don't have to roll with tokens. So the tokens do help with the math, but it's very rudimentary math. But I understand that a lot of people, it does help a lot of people, so it's okay. And if you can see, if you've been watching the whole video or this series, I'm very fucking tired because I've been recording the whole thing non-stop and it's been over an hour now and the battery's almost dead. I need to change that soon. The appendix also ends up with an index, and the index, of course, it's amazing, just lets you like go to the page that you want quickly. I feel like the index could have used a bit more. The index feels a bit barren, a bit empty. I feel like the index could have had a couple more entries. I don't remember right now what it was, but I remember looking for something in the index and I couldn't find it, so I had to look for something similar to it, and then look for it. But with that said, I feel this is just a nitpick and nothing really like a bit slight against the book. The appendix is really well handled. It's just, again, a shame that you have to go to the back of the book to check out the powers for your class. I believe that should have just been at the end of the class section, because that to me just makes sense. I don't understand the idea of separating powers from the classes when the classes have to have those powers. Yeah, nothing else to say. That's just the appendix portion. It's good. No notes. Well, a few notes, like the main thing, but you understand what I mean. It's fine.